I was Miss Montana 2005, and after that I was Miss Earth 2006, and I competed in the Philippines at the Miss Earth pageant and came in top 8. So it was really fun. I think also like beauty pageants, they give you a competitive edge with people. You have to be manipulative, you play mind games, you're with the same group of people for a long period of time. It's very similar to what we'll be doing. I'm playing to compete, and I cannot stand the girls that get on the show and think they're gonna get by their looks. It does not work like that.
I think Amanda's somebody that people might look at and think, pretty girl, she won't last long. I wouldn't bet against Amanda. She could win this game.
Every season of Survivor is a story, but sometimes that story can be told over the course of multiple seasons. In the case of Amanda Kimmel, we have someone who came in and unexpectedly broke Survivor records left and right, and after playing 3 times, where did she go? Disappeared off the face of the earth. But let's revel in the time we do have with her, starting with season 15, China.
39 days, 16 people, 1 survivor.
Amanda Kimmel, a 22-year-old hiking guide, was a castaway on Survivor's 15th season, Survivor China, and right out the gate we see everyone walking through modern-day China as they travel into the wilderness of this beautiful country. We quickly learn that this season does not have Exile Island unlike the last 3, the cast is down to 16 players for the first time since season 12, and they are all going into the game with their clothes on their backs and nothing more, the first time since season 10. There are 2 immunity idols in the game, one hidden at each camp, and all the players will be participating in a non-religious Buddhist ceremony as a welcome from the locals to China. After the ceremony that everyone seems to enjoy, except Courtney and Leslie, we see everyone split up into 2 tribes of 8, Fei Long and John Hu. Amanda is on Fei Long, which she is happy about since she sees that her tribe has James and Aaron, who look to be challenge beasts, and both tribes are given the Art of War from Jeff as reading material. Survivor is fully embracing the local culture as a theme in a way we have not seen since Pearl Islands, but here it feels like they are going all in on it by taking extra steps. Upon arriving at Fei Long, we are basically given no time with Amanda. She asks Todd about himself and says, he's cute, which annoys Courtney, and Amanda suggests that they read the Art of War before the immunity challenge that they end up winning. So, who the heck is Amanda? We haven't gotten to know her, and that was the whole premiere episode for her. Unlike so many other people on the tribe that we did get to know, like Todd, Courtney, Leslie, and James, Amanda has been a background character whose sole confessional is about how awesome James and Aaron are, and nothing about herself. This doesn't bode well for her story historically, and it means that she probably won't do well. But that's not always the case, as Aussie and Cook Islands was skunked in the premiere and then exploded afterwards. So let's see how this pans out. Episode 2 sees an important moment in Amanda's story as we are shown her making an alliance with Todd, a character who has been important so far in the season.
I will stick with you. Because you're
my loyal alliance too.
Okay.
You have to have one in this game. You have to. Me and Todd made an alliance that we're going to stick it out with each other until the end of this, because even though Todd, I think, is very devious, I've been watching him really closely, and I think we have a good alliance so far, at least till the merge. I love how we're playing this game kind of the same.
Her and Todd talk to Aaron, and their final 3 is now set and ready to go. At the reward challenge, it is a battle similar to what we saw in Guatemala, where one tribe needs to overpower and outsmart the other by getting their massive ball into the scoring goal. It's almost like a massive game of soccer, except you can use your hands. So when Amanda participates,
Maria trying to pull Amanda's top completely off. Amanda not letting it get in her way. Amanda has a free shot at the ball. Fei Long scores first goal. Even with no top on, Amanda scores for Fei Long.
They do go on to win reward, and then they win immunity. So we move on to episode 3, where we see John Robert, already a well-established villain who is especially lazy and snores a lot, keeps wanting to cuddle up with Courtney and Amanda. They both try to avoid him, and what's weird is he will ask for them specifically, but it's obvious that's not for warmth because they're both pretty skinny and he's not, and it's really just because they're the cute girls on the tribe, so he's being a creep. At the reward challenge, the Fei Long women are dominated, and they lose reward followed by them losing immunity as well. That streak of losses kind of comes out of nowhere. Now, when they lose reward, Leslie was kidnapped by John Hu, and when she comes back to their camp, she openly admits that, hey, I told that tribe a bunch of free strategic information, and Leslie thinks nothing of this, and the fact that she connected with a bunch of them super fast is a huge red flag for the obvious reasons. As Amanda and Todd think about who should we vote out next, Amanda says, well, I know for a fact we should keep Courtney because she could be valuable to us in the long term, and Todd's like, well, what if we vote out John Robert? And Amanda's like, it's way too soon for that. She then talks to Aaron, and he says we should keep John Robert, obviously, for now, since he is good at challenges.
Leslie, talking about, there's 3 Christians on that group. People try and find, the tie that binds. I want to be around a while. I don't want to go to the merger and get picked off.
So at Tribal Council, in a 6-2 vote, Leslie is gone.
Leslie, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Episode 4 sees Survivor doing a cool nighttime reward challenge, not something you see super often. I love when they do nighttime challenges, where tribes compete to carry fireballs to set off some fireworks. Whoever wins gets to have fishermen come to their camp and teach them how to fish, obviously. Fei Long wins this in a nail biter, and back at camp, Amanda is loving their fishing lesson.
Our reward today, we had a fisherman family come with their boat, and they are going to cook us a meal and also teach some of us how to fish. This reward was key for us. It's not only that we get a meal, but it's a cultural learning experience, and I really do think that we're going to be eating better and definitely have an advantage in the challenges to come.
At the immunity challenge, each tribe gets to dress up in some awesome looking warrior outfits, and in a back and forth battle of who can throw better, it all comes down to this.
Amanda winds up. Amanda tosses her last one and connects. Jamie launches. No, Jamie and Eric can't do it. Fei Long wins immunity.
Amanda wins them immunity, and so far it feels as if Fei Long is simply dominating John Hu, but then episode 5 brings with it a twist to shake things up. Both tribes get to steal 2 players from the opposing tribe. John Hu, of course, steals James and Aaron, which is a big hit to Fei Long in challenges, and Fei Long steals Frosty and Sharia. Truly, the Air tribe didn't have much to steal in terms of challenge prowess. Fei Long decides that if we lose immunity, then of course we're gonna vote out Sharia and Frosty. However, they win immunity, and no one notices that Jamie and PG on the Air tribe are clearly throwing the challenge, quite literally. Weird. Episode 6 has Todd saying, hey Amanda, I have a confession. Everyone we have kidnapped so far from the Air tribe has given me idol clues. Apparently, the idol is hidden somewhere around our camp. I just don't know where it is yet, and I would like your help. Now, it would of course been better if you had told her this earlier, but better late than never. Fei Long goes on to win reward, and they can kidnap James knowing that he will give them information and give them an idol clue. But on that reward win, John Robert is being creepy, and James, well, James is hot.
Oh my god, you guys! Oh, this is so nice.
I won't lie to you, Frosty and James. That tub looks the most attractive to jump in right now.
I tried my best to be as far away from Jean Robert in the bathtub as could possibly happen in that place. He had the one on the far end. I took the one on the other far end. James has such a nice butt. He was just in the shower, lathering up, he's stripping down, and none of us cared. He has a nice butt. I mean, he just might as well show it off.
Why y'all messing with me?
It's all a matter of perspective on what is creepy and what is fun as presented in those back-to-back scenes. Anyways, back at camp, James says John Hu is clearly throwing challenges to regain numbers. In fact, they admitted this to James at Tribal Council. They voted out Aaron, and now he is next, which explains everything, of course. So with the new clue that James gives them, they go out to look for immunity, and
We're knocking them down.
Yes,
Knock those down. You want me to get some down? All of a sudden, Frosty comes running over and climbs up. So I go into panic mode of, he's gonna find out, he's gonna see this moment, and Amanda's like, get down, Frosty, because she knows about it.
this has to be the worst way in history of getting an immunity idol. Like, honestly, in front of everybody. Todd's young, he's so impatient. I knew something like that was gonna happen.
You stop right now. We have to trust him. We don't have a choice. James came down, I gave him the idol. So if James takes that idol, loses immunity,
they vote for him, but he uses the idol to get rid of Jamie. We sever the tie between her and Eric. Hopefully at 10 we'll merge and we'll still have our numbers to go strong into the merge.
Well, I cannot stop smiling. And it's all good, because I'm not going anywhere. I have the immunity idol. It's all good, baby. Boy, I mean, yeah. You almost killed me just then, James. That's love, baby. Make you stronger.
Frosty being there was certainly unexpected and not something they really wanted, but they do turn it around in their favor. Oh, and after they find that idol with Frosty, we get a secret scene, which they cut from the show, obviously, it's a secret scene, where they basically blackmail, as admitted by Amanda. Amanda and Todd blackmail Frosty and gaslight him so that he won't say a word about this big secret that they all have. Wow, Todd and Amanda are really villains, but of course, it's a secret scene, so it doesn't really count. Thankfully, James has the idol to save his butt, and he can knock out a John Who member with that idol. So at the Gross Food Immunity Challenge, James does his absolute best to throw, but all of a sudden John Who isn't trying to throw anymore, which is weird. And Denise is somehow accidentally much worse than James, so James can't throw it, even though he tries. So hard. So in the end, John Who wins and Fei Long now has to go to Tribal, which is fine as they can now eliminate a former John Who member. Back at camp, Amanda talks to Denise and Todd and says, yeah, I think it's time we eliminate Sharia.
I really think we have to make this decision on our numbers. We know it's you, Denise, me, Courtney's on our side for sure. I'm positive, almost positive James is on our side.
Yeah.
I'm also coming to get water.
Oh, good.
So Sharia's gone tonight. Yeah.
However, Courtney then snitches this information to Sharia and tells her the game plan. Now, thankfully, the idol at their camp has already been found and Sharia can't play one, as that would have been devastating and would have helped Fei Long lose their numbers before going into the merge. I don't know what Courtney is exactly thinking here. She's playing with fire. That social move could be devastating. But then Todd starts getting paranoid and he starts panicking. He says, what if we blindside Jean Robert now instead? And that is the second time he suggested this.
But I feel like we should vote out Jean Robert tonight. They will get rid of us if we don't start doing what people want.
Todd, I don't know. I think Jean Robert definitely has to go. I don't think now is the time. I don't trust Sharia.
And my gut's saying Jean Robert. This sucks.
Cooler heads prevail, and at Tribal Council, Sharia is gone in a 5-2 vote.
Sharia, chop is spoken.
Episode 7 starts with Courtney being mad at Amanda and Todd for voting out Sharia and says, yeah, they're just quote-unquote friends. Oh yeah, real great friends they are. But then everyone meets with Jeff and...
Drop your buffs. You are merged.
Oh my god! Oh, black, you guys!
Use your buffs!
Everyone is now merged, and the old Fei Long holds a 6-4 lead if tribal lines stay the same. They all then get to enjoy the merge feast in a show, but almost no one cares when Jeff says, hey, pay close attention as this all could mean something later, wink wink. Amanda says her brain is already working overtime on who to vote out first.
The first thing I thought when we merged was, who are we going to pick off next? Because even though we're one tribe now, it's still 2 tribes. And we will continue to be that way until all the John Who members are completely gone.
Back at the merge camp, Jeff surprised them all, and usually Jeff showing up to camp means something bad is happening, but in this case, it just means they're doing an immunity challenge where they are quizzed on the show that they watched. Frosty wins immunity, and then we see James tell Amanda that he got the idol from John Who, so he now has 2, aka all the idols in the game. And he saw Jamie grab a blank board and he says he thinks that she may think that's a real idol, and it's not.
But one of them dumbasses have a blank board and think it's a immunization thing.
Jamie is a silent leader of the old John Who tribe, definitely. She's really close with Eric, and by getting rid of Jamie, it'll break up that alliance. And PG, you can just kind of see through, you know, she's a little devious, but Jamie's so threatening because people don't see that right away with Jamie.
So it is time, Tribal Council, the moment of truth. Is James mistaken and Jamie really does have a real idol? And will Frosty stick with them, or will he flip back to his old tribe?
I think you're such a nice girl. I just, going my numbers, and you're the biggest threat right now as far as strategy, and sorry. Good luck with everything.
The rules of Survivor state that if a hidden immunity idol is played, any votes cast against that person will not count, and the person with the next highest number of votes will be sent home. That's in the case of a hidden immunity idol being played. This, however, is not a hidden immunity idol.
Oh my gosh.
Any votes cast against Jamie will count. Seventh person voted out of Survivor China and the first member of our jury. Jamie. Jamie, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
So basically, the best case scenario just happened. Frosty stuck to the Fei Long Alliance and Jamie's idol was not real. PG and Eric are dead men walking. So now the game's kind of opened up. Amanda can do whatever she wants strategically. Amanda does say that with how everything is currently set up, if we stick true to our alliances, then James will guarantee himself a top 5 spot with his 2 idols, and then all he needs are 2 immunity wins to secure himself a spot at Final Tribal. So she is keeping her eye on a time to eliminate him as a threat. But in the meantime, her team does go on to win reward, and while on this amazing cultural experience, her team gets a clue to the idol. Everyone hears this read out loud, and everyone already knows about where the idol is, except for John Robert, who for the first time all game is even hearing that there's an idol in existence.
Idol clue. There is a hidden immunity idol. Wow.
Really?
I gotta tell you, when I read this, I was like a little bit surprised. As much information as there has been out there, I should have known something. I should have had some sort of clue. And that shook me up a little bit.
Jean Robert has no idea. I think that was the best part of the whole evening, was hearing him talk about finding this idol. What do you guys think it can be? I don't know where it is, you know?
Back at camp, Todd talks to Amanda and they realize that actually with Frosty obviously going first from their alliance and John Robert second, James is actually guaranteed final 3 with his 2 idols. They say, crap, we're gonna have to turn on him sooner rather than later.
James, he's got himself in a great position. With that hidden immunity idol, he's guaranteed in the Final 4. You know it.
We have 9 right now. If we get rid of PG, we can get him out at 8.
But what if he keeps winning, idol? If James doesn't win immunity, he might have to go.
The plan was originally to get rid of PG next, and then Eric and Frosty after that. Now, all of a sudden, Todd is in a big hurry to get rid of James. And him changing so quickly, like, really makes me nervous.
Courtney goes on to get a surprise immunity win, leaving the door open to eliminate James. But then in a conversation between Eric and John Robert, Eric reveals that actually there's not 1, but 2 idols in this game, and James has them both. John Robert's mind is blown and he confronts James about this. We then see Todd talk to Amanda and James about the possibility of knocking out John Robert now, and Amanda says, I really think PG is our better play.
Do we do Jean Robert tonight?
Yeah, how do we break the system?
We don't want to tell Denise or no?
No.
Okay.
With Denise wavering and Denise getting pissed off.
I still think we should get rid of PG tonight and then John Robert next time.
Todd is all over the place right now. One person comes up to him, he rethinks his whole strategy. He's second guessing himself, and in this game, you have to be confident about your choices. So I really don't know what's gonna happen at this point.
Now, I agree with Amanda on this one. John Robert is not an immediate threat. No one really likes him, so why turn on one of your own and risk a mutiny? But what Todd wants, Todd gets. And at Tribal Council, John Robert is completely blindsided.
I'm sorry, but you burned way too many bridges, and everyone here wants you gone, so I'm sorry to do this, but you have to go.
First vote, Jean Robert. PG. James. Jean Robert. 2 votes, Jean Robert. James. Jean Robert. Jean Robert. 8th person voted out and the 2nd member of our jury. Jean Robert. Jean Robert, tribe has spoken.
Good morning, good morning. I come to say good morning. Good morning to you.
Well, thank you for that, James. However, James doesn't actually annoy anyone with this because the blind side of John Robert has everyone in such a good mood. With him gone, no one is snoring loudly all night and creeping on the cute girls. Success. Amanda's team goes on to win reward, and while she is on this beautiful excursion, Frosty and Courtney are flirting and getting close, but what Amanda doesn't know is how back at camp, PG is causing chaos by fighting with James. And while on that excursion, even without knowing this information, everyone says, yeah, we don't really like PG and she is not going to win, which is harsh but fair. They all arrive back at camp and Todd says, let me get you up to speed on what happened while you were gone.
PG just lost it and just started screaming.
But you guys got back?
Yeah. Well, screaming at James, like, you can't bounce a ball on a drum, and da-da-da-da. She freaked out on him.
What did he say?
He was like, bitch, what are you talking about?
Sounds like a Jean Robert move.
Yeah, it is a Jean Robert move.
At the immunity challenge, Jeff says, let me do a little temptation here for you, as he goes on to offer everyone food if they don't compete for immunity. Pretty much all of Fei Long takes him up on this except for Amanda. But despite her being the only one to try and stop PG from winning, since she's the next target, PG wins immunity anyways, saving her own hide.
I think you're an amazing person, but you're just too big of a threat in the majority decision. I'm sorry. I hope we can be friends later. Bye.
Frosty, tribe has spoken.
With cheeseburgers still on their breath.
Time for you to go.
Now, episode 10 is a recap episode that has no bearing on the story being told here, so we move on to episode 11, where PG is on a tear as she wins reward and takes Eric and Denise with her to the Shaolin Temple. Back at camp, Todd says, let's make this official, let's be the final four.
This is the best thing for us.
Yeah.
I just want us to frolic all the way to 4. Right now, the 4 of us are in the proverbial Garden of Eden. Lord said, don't bite that apple. If Eve would have listened, they'll still be frolicking naked in heaven. I just want us to frolic naked as long as we can. So don't be tempted by PG and Eric. Don't bite the apple. Leave it alone.
However, Amanda says, yeah, this Final Four is not a good fit for her, as she's pretty sure she's gonna lose to James and she wants to change this. When the reward winners return back from their awesome trip, Amanda's the only one to greet them, and you better believe they notice this. Really though, no one likes PG, and that's why no one's welcoming them home. Amanda then talks to Courtney and says, I have an idea.
We're pretty much like just giving James a top 3 spot right now. Yeah. And he deserves to win $1 million. I have to give James $1 million. Yeah.
I've come up with a plan to get rid of James because he's in control right now, because he has the immunity idols. So he definitely has to be blindsided tonight. James keeps telling everyone, stay away from the apple, don't eat the apple, this is our final 4, that's it. I'm not only ready to bite the apple, I am ready to make the whole frickin' pie. All we have to do is make sure he doesn't win immunity.
Pulling this off would require a lot of secrecy, and if James catches a whiff of this, he plays an idol, disrupts everything, and all of his anger will be placed back on Amanda since she conjured up the idea. Amanda's game is kind of on the line here. But in a funny turn of events, PG is apparently even slower than John Robert, as she just now discovers that James has an idol, and she talks to Amanda about it.
You know that James has a hidden immunity idol? Did you even know that they're in existence?
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
You know, no. I didn't find out until just recently. That's why. I'm not saying it's because you're stupid, because I guess I was a stupid one. I didn't know.
I thought you're going home and just keep it like that.
Clearly, in this conversation, you can tell that PG thinks she just discovered gold, and Amanda feels like an idiot in the process. Like, yeah, I already know this. Everyone knows this. But then we see Amanda talk with James. He says, if we stay true and remove the John Who members, then we are golden. And Amanda says, yeah, PG knows she's gone next. But Amanda is lying on purpose at this point to make James feel safe, something James will likely remember later.
She knows she's leaving tonight. She knows. So.
She better, because I can't leave before her.
No, she knows.
Thing with the gold, you know, the good stuff. Why play around with it? It's right there.
I know.
It's right there.
Then at Tribal Council, it happens. Everyone goes to vote, and
I think you're a really amazing person. You played a wonderful game. And I'm sorry, but I have to go with the majority. You know,
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol, now would be the time to play it. I'll read the votes. First vote, Todd. PG. James. 2 votes, James. 10th person voted out and the 4th member of our jury. James, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Amanda spearheaded the James blindsided, which needed to happen at some point. She was right. He could idle his way into the final 3, but James has proven to be someone who gets burned and doesn't forget it based on how he treated John Who after finding out that they threw a challenge to try to get him and Aaron out. The storytelling has made it a point to show Amanda is to blame for this, good or bad. With episode 12 comes Todd saying yes. Finally, after all this time, we will be voting out Eric and PG next, which it's about time. It's been how many episodes now? We then are surprised with the family visit where Amanda gets to see her sister. Denise goes on to win reward, and she brings Todd and Amanda with her, making PG a bit upset since PG took her on a reward prior, but then after they eat, the dessert is revealed, and I think blood's coming out of my eardrums. Thanks, Amanda. We then see her, Courtney, and Todd talk and say, we can't let Denise reach the end because her life story is sympathetic and is sure to win over the jury, which on one hand may be true, but on the other hand, Denise has not been shown to be some sort of social butterfly who everyone is friends with, but it does confirm that they all agree to be the new final three.
In the final three, like, she will play her sob story.
Amanda and I and Courtney are all pretty much on the same level because we've pissed a lot of the people on the jury off. And so, like, it's a pretty even chance between all of us. So I'm like...
And we make such a cute final three.
We really make a great final three.
Oh my God, seeing Amanda after all this time is so unreal. She is so skinny and tan and physically and emotionally, just everything is just different. I think Amanda has an excellent shot of winning this. She knows her environment. She's really good with people. She's strong physically. She is... Oh God, she's such a stubborn ass. When she sets her mind to something, that's it. It's done. She and I can go at it and we will butt heads for days on end and nobody will budge until I finally give in just to get peace in the house again, because otherwise nobody would budge. She is crazy like that.
With PG's neck on the line once again, she wins immunity, and now Eric is the target to go home. He knows it, we know it, so let's just skip all the unnecessary talking back at camp, and out of left field comes Amanda complimenting Denise as a person at Tribal, which is nice of her to do.
Eric, you know I think you're fabulous, and you played this game with a lot of heart and honesty and trust, and I admire it. You know why you're getting this vote tonight, and I'm sorry, and I hope we can be friends later. Thank you.
Eric, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
It is now episode 13, the episode before the finale, aka crunch time. There are only 5 players left, and let's do a quick evaluation here as this is a crucial part of Amanda's game. First off, PG is hated by almost everyone, but 3 John Who members are on the jury, so she could be getting Frosty, Eric, and Jamie's votes. Todd has been playing as hard as Amanda and has an equal number of big moves that she does, plus he has proven to be well spoken. However, he is also paranoid from time to time, whereas Amanda keeps a cool head. Courtney has been a villain all game and is clearly not playing a big strategic game, but a social one. However, I wouldn't say she's a big threat. Denise, on the other hand, has one thing going for her, her sympathetic life story, but not much else. PG is mad at her for denying her rewards, and we haven't seen her form tight bonds with really anyone. At this point, Amanda's best bet is to go against Denise and Courtney at the end to give her the best shot to win. PG has too many question marks of votes that she can get with John Who in a game where if the 7-man jury splits, 3 could win, and Todd can claim everything Amanda has done, but speak about it in a way that's gonna paint him to be nicer. Courtney might do okay, but she isn't a super fan like Todd, and Denise is Denise. So with that, Denise wins reward and she takes Todd and Courtney with her, so Amanda and PG go back to camp together and Amanda makes a gutsy move.
Why is it you dislike me so much? Huh? Ever since you came here, like, you haven't really talked to me at all, and like, at Tribal, I feel like you're always attacking me.
I actually respect Amanda for speaking her mind. I think we had some just miscommunication with her making assumptions of me and me making assumptions of her. And it's because we hadn't had a chance to really sit down and talk.
Oh, there's one.
Ooh, that was a huge one.
I know. We have food to eat. Yay. Life doesn't suck right now.
Delightful seafood risotto with a little red wine reduction. And is it delicious?
Mm-hmm. This is good.
It's totally good.
I've had a really good day with you.
Cheers to that.
I love their little enemy turned friendship story arc. They may be strategically opposed, but I think they now respect each other more. However, get this, Denise, Todd, and Courtney all go to the Great Wall of China and enjoy the best reward of the season, and upon returning back to camp, they complain. Amanda is blown away. Plus, it turns out that Todd and Courtney ate all the sandwiches on the plane that they were bringing back for Amanda and PG. Wow. Thanks. Amanda says if Todd doesn't win immunity, they may be gone next.
PG is probably most under the gun today to win immunity, but so is Todd. I don't trust a thing he says. If he could backstab everyone in this game to get himself an inch further, he would. So if he doesn't win the next immunity challenge, I may have to think about getting rid of Todd.
Amanda wins immunity, going to the final 4.
you are guaranteed a spot in the final 4, not going anywhere.
Amanda pulls off the crucial victory, and now she's in the driver's seat strategically. PG is going home, and this isn't a bad call as she has won 2 immunities and could win the last one to secure a final 3 spot that Amanda is not comfortable with. Amanda does debate on eliminating Todd instead and floats the idea past Denise, who seems to not be on board at all and is stubborn. So at Tribal Council, PG is voted out 4-1.
12th person voted out, the 6th member of our jury, PG. PG, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Finale time. It is Todd versus Amanda versus Courtney versus Denise. Who will make the final 3 and win it all? Let's find out. Right out the gate, Amanda wins reward, which is a meal for 1 person, but Jeff says you can have 2 people join you if you want. She picks only Todd and then tells us that she did this knowing that Todd would have not done the same for her. She then says to his face, "Hey, I don't trust you."
I don't trust you that much, like, from what I've heard.
What?
Yeah. I just have the feeling that if anyone was to backstab me right now, you would.
Amanda flat out let me know that the past couple of days she hasn't been trusting me, which hurt my feelings because I really have been in my head knowing that I'm going to stay true to Amanda. Honestly, I swear on my mama's life, if it was the final 2, it's me and you because that's my deal.
Back at camp, Todd talks to Denise about bringing her to final 3, and Courtney catches them, like Sandra spying on Fair Play in season 7, and she tells Amanda about this. But now it is time for immunity. Knowing Todd winning might have her voted out next, Amanda sees her opportunity, win immunity, and control who sits with her at final 3. And
Denise loses concentration. Amanda wins the final immunity challenge. With this around your neck, you are guaranteed a spot at the final tribal council and a chance to plead your case for $1 million.
this is great, but it can be a double-edged sword, as she points out. Sure, she now controls who is in the final 3, but whoever goes out here may blame her or respect her depending on their personality. But in all reality, Todd is the obvious choice. He has been shown to be the super fan who loves the game and has openly acknowledged to us earlier that voting him out would be the smartest move for everyone, aka I think he would respect Amanda's move here. Amanda of course did not witness that confessional earlier though. She has to guess based on her interactions with Todd and what she's observed. And she's been shown to be a pretty good observer so far. Denise talks to Amanda and tries to guilt trip her into taking Denise to the final 3, and Amanda recognizes this and promises Denise something strange.
Todd's gonna have a career in LA, you're gonna do your fashion line. This is all I gotta go back to my family. I'm gonna go back to making $7 an hour, working as a lunch lady. Would you consider both of us voting for Todd and having it be a tie?
I have to think about it more. But I will guarantee you I will not vote for you tonight.
So I guess she is turning on Todd, which is actually a good thing, since she made that promise on the day of Tribal with Denise having no threat of playing an idol or even having a chance to vote out Amanda. So there's no reason to promise this if she wasn't going to do it. Amanda then talks to Courtney, who says we can't keep Denise, she'll play the sympathy card with the jury. Which sure, that's the rhetoric around camp, but I don't think it'll get her that far. However, Amanda correctly reads what the jury will think of them.
I know we have this thing with Todd, but everyone likes Todd. I know, but Denise is gonna cry. But Denise has no connection with anyone on there.
So prepare for this. They all go to Tribal Council and Denise says Amanda told her she has her back today, which is true, but then Amanda responds with,
I was talking to her earlier, and at one point she's like, I got your back. I said I got your back. So.
I said I had your back a while ago. I didn't say that today. I said, you know what I said. You know what
I understand.
Okay.
What is she doing? So she's voting out Denise? Why is she burning jury members on the way out the door right here at the end in front of everyone? Amanda knows Todd is the biggest jury threat, so what is she doing? Worst case scenario is she forces Denise and Todd to go to fire and at least gives Denise a chance, but this is just bad on day 38 in front of everyone.
Denise, I love you, girl, but you know why you're getting this vote. I have to stick with my original alliance, and I feel like I did better with them against the end. So.
Denise, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Back at camp, Amanda overreacts to Todd making a face at Tribal Council when Amanda was caught in a lie and says, I didn't promise Denise anything, which is of course untruthful. And I have to ask, has anyone collapsed so hard in the last 2 days of the game before Amanda? I would argue Colby Donaldson of season 2 comes to mind, as he could have won and he threw it away at the very end. But despite this, Amanda still says she will be honest at Tribal Council tonight.
Honestly, I think it's anyone's game at this point. I think I have a 33% chance of winning the money, and I'm just gonna go in tonight, tell them
the honest truth about my game and how I've played.
Welcome to your final tribal council.
It is time. Final tribal council. Can Amanda recover from her late game blunders and win over the jury, or has she screwed up too hard to recover? Let's find out. We start out with her opening speech, which is a mixed bag of sorts. She starts off with saying her strategy was to align with someone early, which in this case was Todd, and she wanted to eliminate threats so she could control her game at the end, which she did with 2 immunity wins. However, she then says she is the reason James, John Robert, and Frosty were voted out.
I came into this game knowing a specific strategy that I was going to follow and that I had to align myself with someone right away. But there are some things I'm not proud of that I've done. You know, I voted for some people that didn't think that I was going to vote for them. You know, specifically James, John Robert, and Frosty. I am sorry if I hurt your feelings, and I really respect playing with all of you. So, that's all I have to say.
Now, I think Amanda's information is good, but her presentation is lacking. She presents all of this as if she deserves blame and not praise for her strategic prowess. James is the first juror, and he only asked Courtney a question, which I think says everything about who he's voting for. John Robert is second, and he says everyone here is equally not getting my vote, as this is not the final 3 John Robert wanted to see. He tells Amanda that she promised not to vote for him, and the next day she did just that. Now, we weren't shown this in the show, but it lines up with how she treated Denise and James, so it's very believable. Amanda says, yeah, I did that, and I had to back out of my word. Now let's compare Amanda's handling of John Robert with Todd's.
I was not lying to you, and honestly, I did not want to vote for you, but too many other people did, and I am sorry for lying to you.
You started to strategically place ideas in people's heads, which is what I wanted my job to be. And when you had approached me about blindsiding James, I was like, oh no, he's catching up. So who then becomes the biggest threat to me? You. What do I have to do? Turn it around on you, who is an extremely great strategic player in your daily life. I had to get rid of my biggest strategic threat, who is you.
That's a good answer. Is that noise? He shut him up. I know.
I've never told him to shut up.
Honestly, I'm in awe. He shut his mouth.
I think we can safely say that it's 2 jurors who are not voting for her out of 7. PG is the 3rd juror, and I think Amanda could win her over based on their late game friendship. PG says Amanda let Todd take the fall for the big moves. So what did Amanda do that Todd did not?
Amanda, I'm sick of you looking at me with doe eyes. I want to hear what you think you did that was better than what Todd did.
Part of my strategy in this game was making sure that I was with people in the end that I could physically compete against. James is a physical competitor. He had 2 immunity idols. That is a guaranteed spot in the top 5. We have to get rid of James. It is either now or never, because he could pull it at 6 and he could pull it at 5, and then he's in the top 4, and then he's in the top 3 spot, and then there's only places for 2 of us. So that is a strategic move that I made in this game.
So the decision to get rid of James was your idea?
It was my idea.
To be fair, Todd was equally a part of that. This is why Todd should not be in the final 3, and it was a mistake to bring here. Because if he wasn't here, then Amanda could take sole credit for these things instead of having to split credit. Eric is the 4th juror, and he asked Amanda what her riskiest move was.
The decision to get rid of James, and I really believe that Todd and James had something going on. And you know, if James got in there, he was gonna not only take a 3rd spot, but wreck my alliance that I already had.
Frosty is the 5th juror, and he doesn't ask Amanda a question, which is just wonderful. Jamie is 6th, and she says, why don't Courtney and Todd deserve to win? Amanda says Courtney never really tried, and she complained a lot. And when Amanda goes for Todd,
I feel like Todd is a great strategic player of this game, but I feel if he's that good of a strategic player, why didn't he play this game better to where he didn't have to deceive and lie to all these people?
I mean, yeah, I told more lies, and yeah, I made more, you know, like let's go far togethers than Amanda, but I did the dirty work for the nice girl. I would say that they definitely played their game strategically, but I played mine more strategically.
Todd turned that around real fast and once again making him appear to be the better of these two. Denise is the final juror and she says, Amanda, you lied to 4 different people on this jury despite claiming to be honest. And yeah, Denise is kind of the icing on the cake that says congrats, at most you can get 3 votes and you better hope the other 4 jurors split equally between Todd and Courtney. So everyone goes to vote and at the live reunion months later, Jeff reveals who won it all.
First vote, Courtney. Amanda. Todd. Courtney. Todd. Todd. Winner of Survivor China.
Wow, Amanda came so close and yet so far, nabbing 3rd place against Todd, who was more than ready to win, and losing to Courtney, who I am 99% sure was just figuring out Survivor as she played the season. But no time to reflect. No, really, there is no time to reflect, as while China is airing on TV, Survivor films its very next season with Amanda in it.
I'm definitely going to make my strategy more vocalized. I think it kind of came across that I'm kind of riding coattails, but I'm not.
There are people who are totally unknown to me, somebody like Amanda.
I don't know Amanda at all.
I feel like maybe if she's an all-star, there's a reasonable threat with Amanda.
It's an advantage in the sense that me and James, we're both here and we can stick together and we can collaborate and kind of come up with any story we want about how the season went to our advantage.
She loves Survivor, she knows how to play it, and that's why she's back here. We expect her to play as well as she did last time.
To be an all-star, like it's once in a lifetime thing, and I'm really excited.
39 days, 20 people, 1 Survivor.
Amanda Kimmel back to play again on Survivor's 16th season, Survivor Micronesia. She is playing back-to-back seasons since China just finished filming less than 3 months before this season began filming. Can Amanda reach the end again, but learn from her final tribal mistakes from last time? Considering that China has not finished airing on TV before this season begins filming, maybe. We are back in Palau for the first time since season 10, and right out the gate, the show establishes that these favorites are powerhouses, with Penner literally saying, this will be the Boston Red Sox versus a bunch of scrubs. Jeff then says, welcome new players to a season we designed to destroy you. Now he doesn't say that exactly, but he might as well. We meet the favorites, which includes Amy, Eliza, Suri, Ozzy, Penner, Parvati, Yao-Man, and James. Now when Amanda walks out, people straight up golf clap her, but when James walks out, thunderous applause. That tells you everything you need to know about what people think of the players from China. You can tell who are truly the favorites and who are not. But I did fail to mention one more person on the favorites cast.
The most infamous of all survivors, Johnny Fairplay, who already looks intoxicated.
I wanted to throw up when I saw Johnny Fairplay. He's a pig. He's a loser pig. I would just love one moment to kick him. One moment, just to kick him hard in the shin.
So, Fairplay, are you dressing like me?
You want to know what you're playing for?
I'm actually impressed. I like to know that you have aspirations to get out of your current place in life.
Wow.
Yeah, Fairplay, who says, of course I'm a favorite. He is so arrogant. Anyways, Jeff says across the water are 2 idols that are only good for 1 tribal council. Go. Yao-Man gets it for the favorites, and upon arriving at the camp, everyone is immediately working hard to get a competent shelter built. James is impressed. Now, if you saw season 10 Palau, then you may recognize this as the Oolong Beach, whereas the fans end up on the Koror Beach. Oolong was infamously bad, so hopefully this is not a reflection of the direction the tribe will take. That day, we see Parvati and James getting super close. But so are Amanda and Ozzy.
I'll be totally honest with you. If you saw my season, you can know that when I say that I'm gonna stick to something and do it.
Yeah. You know what? It's so funny that you're here because you're like one of my favorite players. I don't know, I think that's really cool. And you're like the loyal one.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I think that's so awesome.
I'd say I have pretty keen powers of observation, and from what I can tell, Amanda and Ozzy have this rapport with one another already.
The next morning, Ozzy is rubbing her back, and wow, things are moving fast. Not since Rob and Amber have we seen a showman start this strong, this early. And heck, Rob and Amber are now married with 4 kids, so take that for what you will. We then learn that there are 2 alliances in the favorites tribe. one containing Amanda, Ozzy, Parvati, and James, and the other is Penner, Amy, Eliza, and Yao-Man, with Suri and Fairplay as the swing votes. Oh, and speaking of Fairplay,
We're doing 3 courses for every meal. It's ridiculous. I'm getting fat. I've gained weight since I've been here.
Joel, you buying all this?
No. You guys are dumber than you look.
First, immunity challenge is won by the fans.
yeah, the smack talk looks so much worse when contrasted with their immunity loss. Back at camp, Fairplay pulls a wild card out of his hat and says, "Vote me out. I miss my 7-month pregnant girlfriend." Okay then. And at tribal council, these voted off 9-1.
Johnny Fairplay, the tribe has spoken.
Get a hug?
That's it for the premiere episode, and this feels like China. Who is Amanda? Just like last time, she is given almost no screen time, as she is the only favorite to get 0 confessionals in the premiere, whereas everyone else gets at least 2, including Fairplay, who gets 8. If we didn't already know her from a prior season, I would be far more worried about her storyline. But let's just see if this is deja vu. By the way, if you want to pick who I cover for story videos like this one, then consider supporting Once Upon an Island on Patreon. It only costs a few bucks a month, and we are picking new story videos every month. You can cancel at any time, link in the description. Episode 2 sees everyone saying, "Wow, Ozzy, how the heck did you just grab a fish out of the ocean like that?" But more importantly, is the lust fest of Ozzy and Amanda. Oh, it's accelerating. And it's accelerating fast. Amanda says we gotta keep this hidden from others to avoid being targeted. But that night, when they think they're all alone,
I was awake quite a bit last night and I heard the sounds of jungle love, I guess. I think we'll be receiving birth announcements from Ando and her little oslets that she's about to have.
It's silly, you know. Go get a hotel room. I mean, you got to take one step back and say, there might be somebody awake. We are sleeping together in a cave, you know.
I'm starting to become really attracted to Amanda. She is so cute. I mean, she's beautiful. And it's like, oh, we just gotta stay apart as long as possible, because if it becomes obvious to the group, then I'm gonna have a giant target on my back.
whoa, who knows how far they actually went, since remember, this has to be viewable on network television. Maybe little oslets are coming, just like Suri said. Anyways, the favorites win reward and immunity, and in episode 3, they win reward again. They're doing quite well. Amanda is being heavily overshadowed though by larger characters, but we do see Eric, a fan, completely upend her during the reward challenge, which is no small feat. Amanda is not some short, small girl. But back at camp, a crucial strategic moment takes place as Amanda and Parvati try to woo Suri to their side over Penners.
I'm just gonna put it out there. I like flirting with Ozzy, so if that makes you uncomfortable, then I'll like stop. But
No, don't change.
No, because that's the way you keep him close, you know?
Right.
And he doesn't ask questions. James asked me no questions ever.
I want to vote Yao. Because if Yao gets to Exile Island one time,
Oh yeah, going up against Yao.
you'll never win.
Yeah.
So I have both of you guys' word that it's us three to the end.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't care if James proposes to you and you and Ozzy have little oslets.
Oh, you know how I am.
All right.
We shall see if they're just telling her that so she doesn't flip, or if they actually mean it. But for now, the favorites lose immunity, and back at camp, talks are abound. The Amanda-Parvati alliance wants Eliza out, and the Penner side wants Parvati out. Suri says, yeah, I want Yao-Man out, or I will be very unhappy. People are like, what the heck? Are we just gonna do whatever Suri wants? She's one person, there's 4 of us. Why are we listening to her? Are we just gonna do whatever she says? Parvati says, yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. So at Tribal Council, Yao-Man is voted off 6-2-1.
Yao-Man, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Episode 4 sees Ozzy go to Exile Island, which I haven't really told you about, but Exile Island is back this season, and there is a hidden immunity idol hidden there. And guess what? Ozzy finds that hidden immunity idol, and he plants a fake one too. Now, the fake is just a stick with a face on it, so it's unlikely to fool anyone, but Ozzy had fun making it, so whatever. But I want to tell you this because Exile is basically a non-factor for a large stretch of the season now, so we can ignore it. The favorites win immunity, and in episode 5, Ozzy tells Amanda all about the idol, and she says, good, let's keep this in our clique. That's what she says, in our clique, which includes Ozzy, her, Parvati, and James, not Suri.
Ozzy told me he had the immunity idol, and he told me, James, and Parv. Did you tell Suri?
No.
Okay, good. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. So it's in our little 4 clique, and I think it says stay in our little 4 clique. So we're like the powerhouse right now.
But then it's time. Jeff says, everyone, drop your buffs. We are mixing it up. Amanda stays on the Molokal tribe with Ozzy, Suri, and Amy, but is now joined by Eric, Tracy, Joel, and Chet. Chet is notoriously terrible at challenges, and it is something that needs to be seen to be believed. As at their first reward challenge, just take a look at this, Chet can't keep up with Joel and is literally being dragged around. Thanks, Chet, thanks. Back at camp, Ozzy has discovered what wifey material looks like.
When I went over to the net, I looked down, and there's this huge white thing, and I'm like, oh my God.
That's like 40 pounds.
40 pounds?
Yeah, 35, 40 pounds.
It was huge. What am I gonna do? Like, I'm from Montana. We don't have sharks in Montana.
Oh my God.
I mean, damn, Amanda, she basically wrestled a 4-foot shark by herself. I mean, that's pretty attractive to a guy like me.
This is especially humorous if you look at what happened factually without the commentary from Ozzy. Basically, a shark got caught in their net, died. Amanda just discovers this, brings it back to camp, and Ozzy assumes she swam out, wrestled a shark, and killed it herself. Ozzy has those lust blinders on, let me tell you. Anyways, their tribe loses immunity thanks to Joel and Chet. Of course it's Chet. Why wouldn't it be Chet? Thanks, Chet. Back at camp, Ozzy and Amanda say Chet has to go, right? He sucks at everything. But then Cerise says, actually, Joel sucks at challenges too, despite his size, and he would be an actual threat come the merge. Chet, he's just a pawn. He's gonna do whatever we tell him to do. And by the way, Suri is right. But once again, she is dictating the vote, but no one realizes it this time, unlike the last time. And at Tribal Council, Joel is voted off 6-2.
Joel, tribe has spoken. Time for the go.
Episode 6 starts and Molokal says, okay, I guess it's time to kill a chicken and eat it. And Amanda jokes that Ozzy looks like a chicken farmer. And when he goes to kill the chicken, he laughs like a maniac. They then lose reward, thanks Chet. And back at camp, Amanda complains that the fans, namely Chet, are holding them back. But then Ozzy complains that Tracy is a builder and she wasn't even good at the building challenge. Cerise says, if there was an operating room challenge and she failed that, she wouldn't be able to go back to her job because for her, steady hands are very important. So a steady hands challenge, that's Cerise's thing. Keep what Cerise said in mind for later. We then go to the immunity challenge where we are surprised to discover that Penner has been pulled from the game due to a nasty knee infection. But in bigger news, Jason went to Exile Island and he openly says he now knows that Ozzy has the idol. Uh-oh. Clearly, Jason recognized a fake when he saw one. It was just a stick with a face on it. We then see Irai hack the immunity challenge and win. Thanks, Chet, for not hacking. Thanks. Speaking of Chet, back at camp, he says, my foot, it's injured pretty badly. Vote me off. At Tribal Council, Amanda says getting comfortable in this game, it's a death sentence. And speaking of death sentences, Chet is voted off 5-2.
Chet, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Episode 7 starts off with Ozzy saying, hey guys, let's paddle out and look for some fish. But apparently, Suri didn't realize what Ozzy meant when he said, let's go paddle out, because they go way further out than she is comfortable with. And she says, Ozzy, he's gonna get what's coming to him. Their tribe then goes on to win the reward challenge, and on said reward,
I think that's a shower right there. Yeah.
You wanna go shower?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Hey, come on.
My goodness. Ooh-wee. I don't know, I just looked over and there's like a couple pair of boobs in Ozzy's head, smack dab in the middle. I'm like, okay. The only thing funnier was Eric drooling from the side.
I was just thinking to myself how little they have needed to blur Amanda this season versus China. In China, her butt was constantly blurred. Here, she must be wearing clothes that the network likes because she's barely been blurred, but Amanda's making up for it in this scene. Back at camp, Suri is whining and moaning about how arrogant Ozzy is, and Amanda's like, yeah, I guess I see that. But bigger news is at the immunity challenge, they learn that Kathy quit the game. That is now 2 people gone far too early. But it is now time for the immunity challenge, and
go! Go, baby, go! Go! Go, baby, faster! Irai lost off the bat. Ozzy at the second bundle of puzzle pieces. Ozzy with a big lead.
Gotta go.
Almost there.
Ozzy having no trouble on this bridge.
There you go.
Ozzy like he's on a boogie board.
Come on, Ozzy.
Ozzy heads out for that fifth and final puzzle piece for Malakal. Malakal pulling him back. Ozzy really working it like it's a board. Malakal already working on that puzzle with a big lead. Immunity on the line.
You guys are doing great.
Is it right? All right. Wins immunity.
Wow, Ozzy did all that work to get them a sizable lead and they blow it hard. Thanks, chat. Back at camp, Tracy pitches to keep her over Eric, but Ozzy wants to keep Eric, and Amanda says burning Ozzy. This is far too early in the game to do something foolish like that. So at Tribal Council, Tracy is voted off 5-1.
Tracy, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Episode 8 sees an immunity challenge with a twist as both tribes get to send one person from the opposing tribe to Exile Island, where they don't get to compete for immunity. Malakal picks Alexis and Irai picks Ozzy. Of course they did. With Ozzy gone, Eric and Amanda take the lead on the challenge and...
All right, you guys ready to to today's challenge?
How about what we're playing for?
How about first you give me immunity back? How about that? For Malakal, running the course, Eric and Amanda. Survivors ready. Go! Eliza falls. Amanda falls off for Malakal. Amanda hanging on. James aiming for Amanda, just misses. Amanda slow going, but no trouble for Jason. Eric leaps across the stepping stones. Eric and Jason both across the first part of this course. Eric hanging on, almost falls off, but doesn't. Nice save. Eric once again leaps across the stepping stones.
Go.
Eric back with the second flag from Malakal. We're tied 2-2. Amanda's across. We're tied 3-3. Eric leaps again. Irai leads 4-3. Eric across. We're tied 4-4. Eric goes back out and takes a hard hit. He's out. Jason with that fifth and final flag for Irai. Pizza and beer! Irai wins immunity.
Clearly Amanda was not cut out for this and she held them back as Eric had to play his heart out and she kept losing them precious time. But Eric is the last fan left and he's the next to go. So with Eric being a guaranteed goner, dude is done. Suri, Amy, and Amanda all hang out and decide, let's check on the chickens one more time. I know we checked on them earlier, but let's check again. There might be some extra eggs. And sure enough, there is. And they do this while no one is looking. Sneaky, sneaky. Again, a villainous scene of Amanda is left out as a secret scene. However, Eric says, I bet you all didn't know this tidbit of information about Amy.
Because she's been trying to get something together with the Irai since probably Joel left. She's told me about different alliances that you guys have had. She said that she was part of Yao-Man's alliance, and she said she had nowhere to go, and that's why she came to me and Chet and Tracy.
Then we merge and go right back to Irai.
It's either me or Amy on their side.
Wow. Are you telling him everything since day one?
Trying to.
Now, I want to let you know, Eric is being truthful, something that he does quite often. And yeah, behind their backs, Amy has been scheming to flip on the favorites. And it would have been successful had Chet not essentially quit the night he got voted off. Amanda is still skeptical about this as when she talks to Ozzy, who is all in on keeping Eric, she says this is kind of a devil you know, devil you don't situation. And she doesn't know which devil she wants to keep. But if the decision wasn't made clear at Tribal Council when confronted about what Eric said, Amy lays on the waterworks in a manner that makes it clear that, yeah, Eric has been telling the truth, and she hopes the sympathy of her crying will save her. It doesn't, as she is voted off 4-1.
Amy, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Episode 9 starts and Eric's like, please God, please let there be a merge tomorrow. Oh, and speaking of a merge tomorrow,
make your way to the location designated on the map immediately.
We're merging.
Yeah, I think we're merging.
Make your way to the location designated on the map immediately. Today is cause for celebration. You are merged.
merge time. Right away, Amanda hugs Parvati. But bigger news than anything else is something clearly happened on Exile when Ozzy went with Alexis, because that first night they're merged, guess who he's cuddling with? Not Amanda.
I'm ready to go beyond fans versus favorites. That, yeah, I mean, I like you a lot.
You know, I had a great time with Ozzy out on Exile, and I am a fan, you know, so I was just kind of excited to come out here and get to know him, and I felt like it was very genuine from both sides.
I think that you really do deserve to be here, and I would rather have you here than somebody else. You smell good. Yeah, right.
I know Alexis likes Ozzy, but me and Ozzy have been doing this together for 22 days now, and she just comes in and makes herself all comfortable, and yeah, it bothers me a little bit. I want her gone.
Wow. I'm a bit baffled as to how she is mad at Alexis, who likely had no idea about Amanda and Ozzy, rather than be mad at Ozzy, who is basically cheating on her. Weird. We then learn that Eliza and Parvati are still beefing and gunning for each other, but more importantly is that Parvati has made an alliance with Alexis and Natalie, which is separate from her alliance with Amanda and Suri, and of course her alliance with Ozzy, James, and Amanda. She tells Amanda about this and tries to spin it as something positive since Amanda is part of it.
So I talked to Natalie, and I'm like, would you guys like feel good about being the four over here? No, me and Amanda are really tight and it's pretty much unbreakable, and they understand. And so I'm like, I'm sure we can talk Amanda into taking us all the way. And then I've put us in an alliance without you being there. I'm in an alliance with the four girls. So, but at least the games are revolving around us.
Parvati pretty much screwed me over because I don't want to be in an alliance with Natalie and Alexis. I don't want to go up against Alexis at the end. She's a motivational speaker, for crying out loud. I mean, I giggled about it to her, but it's not funny.
Everyone's on the same page about Liza.
I'm livid. And it leaves me with a lot of questions about Parvati.
Which Amanda has as well, but I guess it's whatever when Amanda does it. Amanda then talks to Suri about how badly she wants Alexis gone, and Suri says Amanda is so jealous, and I don't think that Amanda even knows that she is jealous. But at Tribal Council, it is time to vote, and hold up, Eliza has the idol, not Ozzy?
If anybody has the hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. The rules of Survivor state that if a hidden immunity idol is played, then any votes cast against that person do not count.
There we go, baby. Well, I guess this is the hidden immunity idol. It's not much, but it's the carving of a piece of wood with the little guy on it. And this is pretty incredible. So, you know, I'm gonna have to hold on to this tight. This means Ozzy doesn't have it. I have it, so this is really good for me.
This is so stupid. This is just a napkin. What are you trying to pull? I'm going home anyhow. Why? It's not the idol.
It is the idol.
It's not the idol.
Yes, it is.
Ozzy must have put it in there. He must have the real thing. That's not the idol.
What is it? It's a stick. I know. It has a face on it. Don't worry.
Ozzy put it on there, made a face on it.
No, he didn't.
It's not the idol.
Why do you say that?
Because that can't be the idol.
Why not?
Because it's just a stick.
I know.
This is not a hidden immunity idol.
That means Ozzy has it. Jason found it on Exile.
Jeff, come on. That took hours to make.
Wow. So earlier, when Jason said he knew Ozzy had the idol, he was right. But he thought he was tricking everyone else, but it turns out he was only tricking himself. Perfect, just perfect. Eliza is voted off 8-2.
Eliza, the tribe has spoken.
Episode 10 sees Amanda's team win reward, and on said reward, they get to go to a local village where they enjoy local foods on a massive buffet table. Amanda says, it's like heaven. But what's even funnier is the introduction of the beetle nut, which seems to be like tobacco that you can eat, and Eric has way too much of this, and that night he just pukes everywhere. Cut to Ozzy saying he loves how wide-eyed and innocent Eric is. Back at camp, James talks to Amanda and says he is worried about Parvati's alliance with Alexis and Natalie, and Amanda, she agrees. But then at the immunity challenge, all you have to do is hold your arm above your head to stop a bucket from dropping water on you. Easier said than done. And after 5 hours, there are only 3 players left in the game: Parvati, Jason, and Amanda. But then...
I think I'm done, Jeff. I have to pee.
Amanda off for a bathroom break in the jungle.
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. But then something devious takes place as Jason says he won't drop out unless everyone guarantees him they won't vote him out. Amanda, knowing full and well she plans on voting for him, says, yeah, you have my guarantee. This works and Parvati wins immunity. Back at camp, Ozzy and James say, this is super simple, let's get out Jason. So at tribal council, everyone goes to vote and...
If anybody has the hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. First vote, Jason. Jason, 2 votes Jason. Jason, 3 votes Jason. Jason, that's 4 votes Jason. Ozzy. Ozzy. Ozzy, that's 4 votes Jason, 3 votes Ozzy. Ozzy, we're tied. 10th person voted out of Survivor fans versus favorites and the 2nd member of our jury, Ozzy. Ozzy, job is spoken.
What? Ozzy went out and he didn't even play his idol. We actually learn after the fact that he never even brought it to tribal. That's how confident he felt. Episode 11 sees Amanda so mad at Suri and Parvati for what she says is making her look like a fool. This is a bit of deja vu from China. When Amanda isn't top dog and she doesn't get her way, she gets upset because she is worried about the perception of her. That's her #1 concern. To be fair though, who actually wants to be blindsided at tribal? I don't. Amanda says Parvati is running the show and I can't trust her.
I don't want Parvati to know that I'm mad at her, because Parvati is pretty much running the show at this point. She has Natalie and Alexis wrapped around her finger, and Suri didn't even tell me that she was voting for Ozzy. So she's got little Suri wrapped around her finger.
So like us 3 the end?
I'd say yeah. You know, I'd like to believe them, but obviously they have other plans right now that I'm not aware of, and it'd be stupid of me to buy what they're telling me right now. This is where the game gets interesting.
But now it is time for the Survivor auction, and Amanda does not mess around, as when Jeff puts up peanut butter and jelly, she throws down $280 for that. But then Natalie wins a reward during the auction, and now keep in mind, Jason is the women's next target, because the women have now decided after Ozzy to run this game. So it's baffling when she sends him to exile, knowing full and well a new hidden immunity idol is planted there. And we know Jason can find idols. I know he found a fake one last time, but he found it pretty quick. So he went through all the clues fairly fast. Like, come on, Natalie. But she kind of makes up for it when she wins a cake that she gets to share. And Eric is so desperate that he pays Suri $40 to lick her fingers. James says something is wrong with that boy, and I agree. Back at camp, the women are like, how the heck do we keep Jason from winning immunity and also not play his idol when he inevitably finds one? Amanda says,
If Jason doesn't win tomorrow, cool.
Yeah.
As planned.
Right, but just in case he has an idol, we still have to split the vote.
He just can't win. He just can't. Even if we can convince him that someone else needs to win this challenge besides him, let's do it. Like, whatever we need to do.
Nat can say it. I know he'll believe Nat.
We want to blindside him with not using his immunity and allowing one of us to win. Therefore, he doesn't win and he's out. At this point, Jason would be an idiot not to believe anything I say.
He thinks that I'm warming up to him, which I'm absolutely not.
If this goes, I mean, this will just be brilliant, because not only will it have happened once with Ozzy, it'll happen twice, back to back. Girls against the guys.
Devious. Very devious. At the immunity challenge, Natalie whispers to Jason to not win. And guess what? He buys it. He thinks James is their target and he doesn't even need to win. He's safe. So Eric wins immunity. And back at camp, just to make sure Jason actually has the idol they assume he has, and they aren't worrying over nothing, Suri tells Natalie to search his bag, and sure enough, he found the idol, and Amanda's right there to witness all of this. But also, James witnesses this and realizes, oh crap, these women are running the show, and it might be too late. He figured this after the Ozzy blindside, but seeing them work together against Jason right in front of him, yeah, he knows. Amanda tells him, yeah, it's true. You're probably gonna be voted off soon. At tribal council, Jeff asks Eric, do you want to give up immunity by chance? And Eric's like, no way, I'm not crazy. I know what's going on around here. And everyone goes to vote, and
if anybody has the hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, first vote, James. James. 2 votes, James. Jason. Jason. That's 2 votes, Jason. James. That's 3 votes, James. Jason. That's 3 votes, Jason. 11th person voted out of Survivor fans versus favorites, and the 3rd member of our jury, Jason. Jason, the tribe has spoken.
Episode 12 has us discovering that not only has James cut his finger open, but medical is concerned that it could be infected, but they're going to evaluate the next day. Amanda gets quite emotional just at the thought of James having to leave, and on top of that, Alexis bangs her knee in the middle of the night and is now limping around. I recall 1 injury in the entire season of Palau, so to see this many this time around is strange to me. But it's time for some love as the family members come to visit, and for Amanda, we see her with her sister again, back-to-back seasons.
Oh, Jungle Chill. There you go. You smell better. I do? Last time. Really? Yeah. Wow.
Hey, I think at this point, Amanda's sister, she might as well apply for the show. She's been on more times than most other people. Alexis ends up winning the reward challenge, and Amanda volunteers to go to exile, so Alexis grants her that wish. This is of course a strategic move to block someone like Eric or James from finding the idol, and we then see her search for it, and
I just arrived at Exile, and now that I'm here, my only priority while I'm here is getting the idol.
Hidden immunity idol is buried. Oh my god.
Back at your tribe camp, underneath your tribe flag.
it's back at camp. How much time will Amanda have to look for it before Tribal? Not that she needs it now or anything, but you know, still want some time to look. Upon seeing everyone arrive at the immunity challenge, Amanda finds out, shocker of all shockers, James has been pulled from the game. That is now 3 people who have been pulled early. And if you add on Chet's foot injury and Alexis's knee injury, this season has been a mess for the cast. But in bigger news, Eric is the last remaining man, so they need him to lose immunity, and instead, he wins. Great. Time for the women to vote each other off. What other options do they have? Eric isn't giving up that necklace, obviously. Back at camp, Amanda dumps out her bag to prove she doesn't have the idol.
How many clues? Because I don't have it. I could not find the 3rd clue for the life of me. I couldn't find it. It was submerged under the water and the current was so strong, I couldn't find it.
Thankfully, people believe her because I don't find her convincing here at all. This is some bad acting, but I think Parvati helps sell it when she just accepts it. She does end up telling Parvati the truth about where it really is, and Parvati says, great, definitely look for it. Alexis is gone tonight anyways, so we're good. Amanda then talks to Eric about voting out Alexis, and he says, no, I don't think I will.
I'm kind of the one who helped keep you in this game. You know? And like when you needed my help, I helped you out.
I feel like you could beat me in a challenge coming up. I honestly
But I helped you out, and I knew that you were a threat. That's what bothers me, Eric. If you're gonna vote for me, then just tell me.
I feel like, yeah, I'm going to.
Wow, I am not sure if the final 6 is comparable to before the merge. You know, it's way more important at this point in the game to do what you need to do versus earlier on. And also, it was the right move to vote out Amy because she really was trying to flip. And especially when you consider Amanda's part of this team to eliminate all the men and Eric's the only man. Yeah, Eric, do what you need to do. But Amanda gets way upset with Eric for being honest with her. Unreasonably upset, especially when contrasted with this conversation she has with Suri right after.
I want Alexis to go, but Eric is not going to
Do you want to make it even?
If I make it even, Amanda, then we're going to have to vote again. If nobody changes their vote, then all of us pick a rock, and whoever gets the colored rock goes home.
But you're telling me the truth, they're going to vote for me, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right,
and it's
thanks
Eric.
for being honest.
So, what's the difference? They're both being honest with you and they're both doing the same thing. Amanda is just upset, in my opinion, that she can't manipulate Eric like she thought she could, whereas with Suri, she knows she can't manipulate because she views Suri as an equal and Eric as an idiot. Anyways, she goes digging for the idol, and in classic Survivor fashion, because she doesn't find anything, we just cut to Tribal, but she still goes on the attack against Eric in a very unfair way for him.
When he needs someone, he comes across trustworthy. But then when you need Eric for something, he finds greener grasses somewhere else. That's pretty much how it is.
Amanda directly, I think, is blaming me for the fact that I have to make a decision between who's staying, who's going.
But you have to understand, I helped you stay here through the merge, and then I was asking for your help this time, and you clearly denied me of that. And yeah, I'm mad about it. I'm pretty pissed off right now.
Poor guy. I mean, I know this is Amanda's video, but this is just like, what did he do to deserve this? So everyone goes to vote, and
if anybody has the hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
About that, Jeff.
But I got it.
This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Amanda do not count. First vote, Amanda, does not count. Amanda, does not count. Amanda, does not count. Amanda, does not count. Alexis, 12th person voted out a survivor and the 5th member of our jury. Alexis. Alexis, the tribe has spoken.
Wow, the show played us hard, and I'm being serious with you. Any episode or season prior to this one, if somebody hasn't actually found it before the episode, then we don't see it. But if they find it, we see it. So the show really tricked us. Quite fun though. I wish there was some sort of flashback to when she found the idol, but we never get that. We start episode 13 with Amanda saying she feels good about Suri, especially since Suri was honest with her. Oh, what does that make Eric? Chopped liver? Well, I guess kind of. Because then she has this conversation with him.
I'm looking to whatever this reward is.
If you take me, I'll take you. I'm not going out of this game without a fight, and I think it's better that we team up, being the most physical player in the team and the most strategic, and battle against the odds rather than
play into whatever they're doing.
Possibly lose a challenge and be out.
Because that's how I do feel. I feel very stressed.
You think?
Yeah.
Me too.
It's true. What are your thoughts on Exile today? Natalie was pushing for me to possibly go. Like she wanted me to go.
Of course she wants
and
you to
I don't want to go at all.
She wants you to be weaker for the next challenge. Why not send Parvati? Parvati's so weak right now, she won't even want to look for it. She'll just sit there on the island.
Okay.
You're good at thinking, Eric. Like you're almost there sometimes.
Almost there. I mean, it's not all hair up on my head.
Eric has the perfect personality type for this kind of behavior from Amanda to work. Good on her though. At the reward challenge, we learn who is a super fan of the show and who might be just a casual. The answer, Eric and Suri are fans, the rest are recruits. Amanda misses a bunch of easy questions, and the only one she gets right is about Richard and the shark attack from All Stars. Yeah, Eric wins reward, and
for the challenge, I gave Amanda my word that I would take her, and if she won, she had a word that she would take me.
Thank you for keeping your word. Totally redeemed yourself.
She has this boy wrapped around her finger. While on the reward, Eric says he feels overwhelmed having this much power in the game. He isn't used to it, and Amanda's like, well, get used to it because you do have it. Back at camp, Eric then has a secret conversation with Suri that is actually not so secret because Natalie walks up on it and listens to the whole thing. And during that conversation, Eric says, I don't know, maybe I should go to the final 3 with you, Suri, and Parvati. Natalie and Suri tell Amanda about this, and she says, how dumb can this guy be? He knows those women are gonna talk and he's an idiot. So Amanda talks to him and says, pick a side. And Eric says, I don't know what to do. So at the immunity challenge,
Eric crossed his first 2 ropes. He's digging for those puzzle pieces. Eric has his first bag, heading back to solve his first puzzle. Oh, baby. Eric has his second bag of puzzle pieces.
Whitefish bird, seagull, turtle, whitefish bird, seagull. Turtle, whitefish bird, seagull.
Eric with a big lead now. Amanda, Suri, still digging. Eric lines up his ropes, digging for that 3rd and final bag of puzzle pieces. Eric has his 3rd and final bag of puzzle pieces. Eric thinks he has it. Guaranteed final 4. Eric wins immunity once again. And with this around your neck, you are safe at tonight's Tribal Council. Eric is guaranteed a spot in the final 4.
Well, that definitely answers his question about what to do. 3 immunity wins in a row. Just win out, Eric. Just win out. We then get a plan so devious, this is bigger than what they schemed earlier against Jason.
I wonder if he would give Nat his necklace. Probably not, huh?
You can convince him to give it to you.
Why would it benefit him giving me the necklace?
Say we'll convince. I'll convince the jury not to. They'll know everything you've done. They're not going to vote for you anyways. Everyone is mad at you at this point. This is one way you can redeem yourself. Just go off.
Who would fall for that?
Like, I feel stupid listening to you guys right now. I'm like,
Ozzy, Jason, and Eric.
I gotta say, that's a long shot for Natalie, but if she can pull it off, then Well, at least she can avoid being voted off next. Suri then talks to Amanda and says, for this plan to work, I need you and Parvati to act like one of you are being voted off tonight. So at Tribal Council, just lay into Eric. Just go hard. Amanda's like, yeah, that's what I already do. That's my thing. So at Tribal Council, Amanda does just that.
Heard about Eric running around and making alliances with every single person and then breaking their alliances and then switching back up and switching back over. When he didn't even need to do that, he'd won immunity for the past 3 times in a row.
It was stupid. It was just a mistake. And I feel like I need to come to this tribal tonight and ask for some kind of forgiveness, some kind of I'm sorry.
The thing is, Eric, your word means nothing to anybody anymore at all. You say you're sorry and like take me on a reward, and that's great and all, but you only took me to get my vote on the jury. And not only that, everything that you were telling me on the reward, you've told her, you've told her, you've told her.
Well, that's what I'm coming forward about right now. That's what I'm trying to say right now.
But it's too late, don't you see?
I'm sorry. I am sorry. I just want to tell you that.
Eric sitting there nodding to the jury that she is correct is what baffles me the most about this. As I said earlier, he has the perfect personality type for them to abuse and gaslight him, especially Amanda. So when they all go to vote,
Eric, you have the individual immunity necklace. As always, you can give it up to somebody if you choose to.
And I know that actions do speak louder than words. I want to give individual immunity to Natalie.
I don't even know what to say, but thank you.
My mother always told me, you may not be able to beat him with these all the time, but you can always beat him with this. Sorry.
You know, you're crazy. You officially go down as the dumbest survivor ever in the history of Survivor ever.
First vote, Eric. Parvati. Eric. 2 votes, Eric. 13th person voted out and the 6th member of our jury. Eric.
You guys drive me crazy.
Eric, the tribe has spoken.
Let's stir the pot, ladies. Everyone has fallen into our trap. Everyone.
Well, the women got their way, didn't they? Now it seems super obvious what to do. They're gonna vote off Natalie and Amanda's in the final 3 again, but I think this calls for a question about the bigger picture here. Why would she want to sit next to Suri, who can expertly manipulate others, or Parvati, who has played a great game? Now we know it's a final 3, so she has to pick one of them, but I'm just saying, Natalie seems like the perfect person to bring to the end. She's not well liked. She's not great at explaining things. Of course, we have the show to benefit and show us that she was a non-factor through like 10 episodes of the season. Why not vote off Suri and hedge your bets against Natalie and Parvati? That's all I'm saying. Heck, I think Amanda could have crushed Eric and Natalie. We just saw Eric just completely collapse at Tribal, but it's far too late to reverse that mess. But we shall see, as it is now time for the final 4 immunity, which was clearly planned for 5 people based on this aerial shot. And who can win this and secure their spot in the finals? Let's find out.
Survivors ready. Go. Pull up that bucket full of water and then pour it down that bamboo chute. Natalie has her keys, she's in the water. Natalie and Parvati with a big lead at this point. Amanda has her set of keys. Gotta unclip. She's in the water. Natalie continues to extend her lead. 16 different options. But it only goes together one way. Natalie having a little trouble with this puzzle. Amanda thinks she has it, and she does. Amanda wins immunity. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guaranteed a 1 in 3 shot at winning this game and the $1 million that goes with it.
I'm in the final 30. I can't believe it. I'm really I'm ecstatic, and it's like twice in a row. And this time I've played my game so different, and I feel so much better about it.
Wow, just like in China, Amanda, late game boss at challenges. Natalie knows she's a goner though. Parvati then talks to Amanda and says, we can beat Suri at Final Tribal, no problem. And Amanda's like, I don't know about that. You would think after Amanda saw Todd decimate her last season that she wouldn't want to take a chance on someone like Suri, who has been expertly manipulating people, and Amanda has witnessed this. At Tribal Council, Jeff asked them, What if there's a final 2? And Amanda says, there better not be, no way. Keep in mind, it's day 37. So there's likely to be a tribal on day 38. That's just how it's always gone. And Suri says, if there is a final 2, I would be worried because I'm clearly on the bottom of these 3.
It is nerve-wracking to think it could be a final 2 because that makes me feel like, once again, I'm on the bottom of the alliance.
When did you ever think you were on the bottom?
Always.
Honestly, always.
Between us 3, it's obvious because not one person in any alliance has ever said, I won't vote for Suri. You have said I won't vote for certain people. She has said I won't vote for you. So that clearly places me at the bottom of the alliance.
I'm just wondering.
And I'm explaining how I feel that way. I would be foolish not to think that.
Yeah, Suri is right. Why is it back-to-back seasons in the final 4, and heck, we saw this a bit earlier, Amanda takes great offense to something someone says right in front of the jury. Suri is right, so either own it or don't overreact to it. Either way, Natalie's voted off 3-1.
Natalie, the tribe has spoken.
Slap me if you have seen this before, but back at camp, Amanda fights with Suri over making her look like a fool in front of the jury.
So what was all that at tribal council?
What am I doing?
You're trying to make us look so awful at tribal.
How?
That's bullshit. Just be real.
How is it bull? That's not game. That's real facts. That's exactly what this is.
I'm
you're
trying
hearing
to
that.
understand, but I can't understand you when you're screaming at me. I understand.
I can't explain it anymore. I don't know how else to say it.
Wow, and this is deja vu for Suri as well, who fought with Terry Dietz in the final 4 of her season. But focusing on Amanda, yeah, she has a huge problem with someone messing with her image. I don't know exactly how to describe it. I'm not like a psychologist, but this is Amanda's weakness. It's one of her biggest weaknesses in the game. However, they do hug and apologize, and Amanda says, yeah, I'm being dumb. But then they get tree mail on day 38, and
Congratulations, Final 3. Today you will honor their memories before proceeding to your final immunity challenge. Get into your boat and head out to Exile Island. My heart just dropped.
It's like, when is it gonna end, you know? Like, there's only so much you can take, and then someone has to leave now, like, after everything. I am so tight with these girls, like, this just sucks completely.
ooh, yeah. Something tells me only 2 people leaving early would have been fine. They probably had a couple double tribals planned in this season, and they still would have had a final 3. But when James went out, that was probably 1 too many. So it is time for the rites of passage. And when they reach Ozzy's torch, Amanda says, yeah, he's basically like the best guy ever.
I think he's the most well-rounded player ever in Survivor.
And you like him.
So it is now the final immunity challenge. Everything comes down to this.
This challenge is officially on. The slightest lapse in concentration, and you will be out of this challenge. Parvati drops her ball. Parvati's the first person out of this challenge. We're now down to Suri and Amanda. This is the final round of this challenge. Suri loses her concentration. Amanda wins final immunity and is guaranteed a spot at the final tribal council.
This is the closest thing we have seen in the first 16 seasons of Survivor to an operating room challenge. All you have to do is have steady hands. Amanda outwitted the challenge though, I gotta give her credit, because going from underneath to over to underneath, she was working different muscles. So I'm guessing she didn't get worn down the same way Suri did when Suri just kept doing it the same way every single time. Back at camp, Suri tries convincing Amanda that taking her to the final 2 would be better than taking Parvati. Yeah, no. So tribal council, it's time to vote, and
time to vote. Amanda, you're up. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. 15th person voted out, and the 8th and final member of our jury. Suri. Suri, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
That was the right move. Suri would not botch a final tribal council, but it really hurts to think that if Amanda had been truly devious and known that there was a final 2 coming, that sitting next to Natalie would all but guarantee her the win, no questions asked. But you have to play with the cards you're dealt with though. No one knew this was gonna be a final 2. On day 39, they finally get that breakfast they anticipated.
In the past 6 months, I've been living in the jungle for 78 days, you know? So I don't think there's much in my life that I can't handle after 2 survivors in a row. I think it's interesting that me and Parvati are in the end of this game together because we have played completely different games. I think I have played this game loyal to my alliances, and Parvati pretty much did anything she needed to do to take control. I think people will give me their votes because I was loyal to every alliance that I've made. Yeah, the jury makes the decision, but ultimately it's me and Parvati convincing the jury what to do. Tonight we're going toe to toe, and one person's gonna win $1 million and the other person is gonna walk away with nothing, and may the best woman win.
Welcome to your final tribal council.
It is time. Final tribal council. Let's keep this simple. Can Amanda not blow it, unlike in China? I sure hope so. Both women get to address the jury, and in Amanda's opening speech, she begins by blowing it.
I came into this game, wanting to do 2 things. I wanted to play a loyal game, and I wanted to fight physically, strategically, and mentally to the end. And, I'm really proud of how I played, and I know I wouldn't be sitting here without, help from all of you. So, thanks.
She basically says nothing. She didn't own her game, and Parvati is clearly ready. She has learned. So here we go again. This is just like the Bills going to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row and botching it time after time. Like, come on, get your act together. Eliza is the first juror, and she doesn't ask any questions. She actually compliments Amanda's game, but then says, Amanda, your personality makes me want to kill myself. Well then, Jason is second, and while he gives Parvati a chance to explain her game, for Amanda, he just asks, hey, if you knew Ozzy was gonna be voted off, would you have told him? And Amanda says, of course I would have told him. And that's all Jason gives her, which makes me wonder, what was the point of that? Is there more to this than that we haven't seen? It seems like a random question, but okay. Alexis is the third juror, and she asked Amanda,
I have seen a bunch of Oscar award-winning performances, and we couldn't help but be laughing when you were crying about sending Suri home. What about if any part of your game has been genuine?
I haven't been faking anything that I've done at Tribal. The tears, I've only cried the last Tribal Council, and that was genuine. That was the hardest decision I've ever had to make. I didn't come here trying to get sympathy votes. I don't want sympathy votes.
I think these 3 jurors in a row say a lot about the perception of Amanda, though I agree that I don't think she was faking any emotions because we saw her bad acting after the fake idol, and those 2 were not the same. Natalie is next, and she weirdly compares Survivor with Parvati's sex life. That's for Parvati's video. But more importantly, she asks Amanda,
clearly you're a beautiful woman. Unfortunately, you always had a glazed over look on your face. Was that your strategy to kind of play the zombied pretty girl, not really knowing what's going on, pageant queen cliche? Or is this who you are as a person?
No, it's neither. It was neither my strategy, nor do I think that's who I am as a person. I'm a strong woman. I definitely have substance. Sometimes I'm a little reserved, and I don't want anything given to me. I came in here to earn everything.
I gotta say, of these first 4 jurors now, none seem to be pro Amanda, and to win this game, Amanda needs 5 votes to win. There are 8 jurors, so I guess you could have a 4-4 tie, and I don't know what the tiebreaker is, but Amanda needs 5 jurors to win. Eric is the 5th juror, and he says, yeah, 4 or 5 days ago, I would have voted for Amanda to win, but now, no way.
I really respected you, Amanda, and I really thought of you kind of as a big sister. I felt totally burned, totally thrown under the bus at the past 2 tribal councils that I was there. You pretty much ripped me apart. I mean, on what basis did you have to just judge me in front of everybody, in front of this jury?
Okay.
I just want to know that. I really want to know that.
Everything I said in tribal council was honest. You were unloyal to me and you tried to get me voted out, and I was hurt. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but...
Too late for I'm sorry. I've heard you said that directly to me at one of the tribal councils. Too little, too late. You said that directly to me. And now you're going to say I'm sorry to me. I really don't buy that at all.
Okay.
Believe it or not though, despite that terrible exchange, he does vote for her. Eric is a vote for Amanda after all she did to him. Color me surprised. James is the next juror and he says, obviously I'm voting for Amanda. Nice. Suri is 7th, she says, Amanda.
Being that you had the decision to make, why Parvati deserves $1 million more than I do.
Parvati played a very aggressive, bold game. I respect that about her.
So in saying that, are you saying you don't respect my game?
No, I respect your game as well. I think Parvati made bolder decisions in this game
than I did.
Yes.
Parvati, I would like you to tell the jury why I should be sitting in your seat and you be over here in the jury.
I think you played a pretty brilliant game. I can't compete with a mother of 3. You have kids, you have a family. I don't have that. Is that good enough? No?
I'll ponder over here.
Just absolutely terrible. Parvati got the memo. Something clicked with her between Cook Islands and now, whereas Amanda has not learned anything since her last final tribal. You don't diss the jury you want to vote from. If anything, diss the person you're sitting next to. They can't vote. Parvati cannot give you a vote to win. But for the last juror, it's Ozzy, the lovebird.
Amanda, when I told you on the beach at one point when you asked me if I was playing you or not, I told you honestly that I'm not faking it. I'm not faking my feelings for you or anything. Really, I'm having feelings that I've never really felt before and have never... I honestly feel like I started to fall in love with you. I don't know, you're just an amazing girl and I really want everybody to know that. And I'm glad I didn't win Cook Island so that I could be here and have met you.
Thank you.
I hope to God that you win. You deserve it a million times more than Parvati. And love you.
I guess the lust fest continues. Yes, I was waiting that long to do the pun. So before we get to the final vote, before we get there, I would be crazy not to show you what happens at Ponderosa after that emotional final tribal with Ozzy and Amanda.
I'm eating pizza and burgers tonight, all night.
You know, Amanda walked in and it was just like, we just hugged and kissed and it just sort of electric.
It was cute at first, but it got kind of nauseating. And then it was like, wow, what the hell? It was just too much ambiance, too much romance for James at that time.
Ozzy caught me completely off guard at Tribal last night. I wasn't expecting him to tell me that he was falling in love with me. It was really nice to hear because I have genuine feelings for Ozzy. So the fact that I know he feels the same way about me is really nice.
I'm eating pizza and burgers tonight, all night.
So we cut to the live reunion months later with Amanda now having seen all of China and Micronesia and knowing full and well this has got to go better than last time. Jeff reads the votes and...
Parvati. Parvati. 2 votes, Parvati. Amanda. Amanda. We're tied. Parvati. We're tied again. Parvati. The winner of Survivor Fans versus Favorites. Parvati.
Amanda lost again. A better game this time as reflected in the votes, but she still lost. The first ever player in Survivor history to go to back-to-back final tribals and lose. Crazy, crazy. But what about her and Ozzy? Did they make little Ozlets? Well, by the time the reunion happens, only a few months after the season finished wrapping up, this is what we find out.
Ozzy, what's going on with this love affair? Is it still on?
Well, I mean, Jeff, you know how these Survivor girls are. Since then, it's been kind of tough because I've lost my job waiting tables. I'm too popular, so I got to clean the toilets now, and I can't provide for like a can out on the islands. So it's just.
So their love was not meant to be. Sad. But believe it or not, only 2 years later, Survivor does another returnee season. And how can they not call the back-to-back final tribal loser Amanda? Can she pull it off this time? Can she learn from what she did the past 2 times and get the win? Or is she destined to just repeat her mistakes again and go to another final tribal and lose a record 3rd time? Let's find out.
39 days, 20 people, 1 survivor.
Wow, is Amanda Kimmel really back on Survivor already? She went from 3rd to 2nd place her last 2 times playing. So maybe this time it is it. This is season 20, Heroes versus Villains, filmed only 2 years after Micronesia, and finally, Amanda can play with the knowledge of what went right and what went wrong her last 2 times, since she was in the dark as to how she lost China when playing on Micronesia. Survivor is back in Samoa with 20 returning players, and Amanda says, I am so nervous right now, I have like a knot in my stomach, but she is on the Heroes tribe, which I think makes sense, but she's on the tribe with James and Suri. Really? Suri? Okay. Anyways, Courtney and Parvati are on the Villains tribe, which makes sense. Amanda has a lot of potential allies in this game, and I want to point that out. That is 4 potential allies out of 20 people. Everyone arrives excited to play, and Jeff says, we are about to start the season with a bang. We are going to have an intense reward challenge. Oh, and it is an intense reward challenge because Stephanie pops her shoulder out and then pops it back in. Rupert breaks a toe. Danielle goes topless, which gets overshadowed by the fact that Sugar goes topless and then flips everyone the bird. It is something else. Amanda even tackles Jerry down so JT can score a point for the tribe, and yes, the heroes win reward. Upon arriving at the Hero Beach, she says, I love that I am on this tribe full of hard workers, but more importantly is that her and Suri reconnect.
We're back again.
I know. What do you think?
I don't know yet.
I can't be off alone like this though. No. Target. Micronesia target.
Suri and I went to the end together. We were in an alliance the whole time. So we're gonna have to watch our distance because if people think we're too chummy, it could definitely play against us.
Good, I hope they can band together since they both lost last time. Though I wonder if Suri's just like a little sour because Amanda did pick Parvati over her. Their tribe loses immunity, and back at camp, Sugar says she wants to break up Amanda and James. How rude. Candace proposes they break up Tom and Stephanie instead because everyone is worried about past relationships, and yeah, that makes sense. Sugar is the main target though, since no one's aligned with her and no one's gonna get mad if she's gone, basically, and she's annoying Colby. Suri and Amanda talk, and
my concern is if we don't knock one of them out, like Stephanie, who can? We gonna lose challenges without Stephanie?
Maybe. She's a really strong swimmer.
There's an advantage of keeping Stephanie right now and getting rid of Sugar physically, like for the challenges. But strategically, Stephanie's got game and she has to go.
You think Stephanie?
The smartest move right now would be Stephanie. I mean, think about it. We want to make moves that's gonna guarantee us, getting further in this game.
It's so hard because you want to keep your team strong, but strategically you have to put yourself in a good position. Either you're doing it for challenges or you're going to get rid of someone for strategic reasons, or you just don't like them. Suri and I are here for blood, okay? We are here to win this thing.
All right, Black Widow Brigade 2.0, here we come. At Tribal Council, Jeff asked Amanda about how prior relationships affect the game, and she answers, but her answer's not really as important as James pointing out to everyone how she isn't stumbling over herself at Tribal, and everyone has a good laugh. So they all go to vote, and
Sugar, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
That is it for the premiere, and honestly, Amanda is in a good spot with Suri and James. Now, if she can reconnect with Parvati and Courtney, we might have something epic again. The place where I give updates, post what I make months early, and have you all pick said videos is on Patreon, which now has a free option for everyone. Link in the description. You can cancel anytime, and there's a 15% discount if you do sign up for 1 year. Thank you for your support because you all make this happen and keep us sponsorship free. Episode 2 emphasizes that the villains are a mess who cannot work together, and we then cut to the heroes camp where they are working hard and seem to be gelling as a tribe. However, they lose immunity due to no one really following a leader at the challenge, and all of a sudden they're falling apart. Back at camp, Amanda says, we gotta drop our egos and learn to follow each other. We can't all be leaders, which is a big ask of this group full of strong heads. James then blows up on everyone and goes off on a tangent about how Stephanie is kryptonite and every tribe she has ever been on has sucked. I mean, that's partially true, but not fully true. So they all go to vote, and
Steph, the tribe has spoken.
Some advice. Next time y'all lose a challenge, a little less cursing off your tribe might help.
Keep your mouth shut.
Oh, come on.
Episode 3 is quiet for Amanda, as her only moment to shine is when she beats Danielle to get her tribe a point in the immunity challenge, which they do win. Oh, Amanda beat Danielle in a fight. Interesting. Episode 4 has her saying momentum is on our side and we need to desperately not lose it, which does not happen as their tribe loses reward. Great. However, back at camp, a clue to an idol is discovered in the coffee that they won back in episode 3, and JT reads it out loud to everyone, which causes a mad dash. Everyone's looking for this thing. And then,
while nobody was looking, I found the immunity idol, dropped it into my sock.
Tom, he was acting a little funny, and when I came up on him, I saw him put something into his sock, and then he went behind a tree, so I knew he had it.
Oh, shit.
Amanda is observant, good for her. She then tells everyone that Tom has the idol, firmly placing the target on his back. Though to be fair, him and Colby were already on the outs with the Stephanie vote, so this is only confirmation for what was likely going to happen anyways. Their tribe then loses immunity by mere seconds, and back at camp, JT is pushing hard to get Candace out. Amanda says, no, we need to get Tom. Okay, Amanda, get what you want. The plan is to split the votes, so if Tom does play his idol, Colby goes instead, foolproof. Amanda then talks to Suri and says, I think we can trust Tom since he offered his idol to me. Suri says, yeah, he offered it to you, but did he give it to you? Good point, Suri. She then goes on to say that Amanda is stupid and wishy-washy. Whoa. That is not a fair assessment. Amanda did not finish in 3rd and 2nd place by being stupid. I think Suri might be a bit salty about Amanda taking Parvati over her in Micronesia. Just a guess though. So they all vote at tribal and...
I'll read the votes.
Jeff.
And Gil. This is indeed a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Tom will not count. First vote. Tom. Does not count. Tom. Does not count. Tom. Does not count. Colby. That's 1 vote, Colby. Colby. Suri. 4th person voted out of Survivor, Heroes versus Villains. Suri. The tribe has spoken.
JT flipped and ruined the split vote plan. Wow. JT tells everyone that was a team move. Him targeting Suri was for the team. Sure, buddy, sure. JT even swears to Amanda that he will never lie to her. Dude, you just did when you flipped on her without saying a word. Amanda has caught on to JT's antics though, as she says he lies, makes pointless alliances, and she says, I can take him. Bring it on, buddy. Oh, okay. All right, get him, Amanda. At the reward challenge, James gets injured bad. Medical holds him back as they lose reward, and James doesn't get to go back to camp with them. Typically, this is terrible news. I mean, James just got hurt last season, right? The last season he played, and here he is getting hurt again, and they're not even letting him go back to camp. Ooh, Amanda can't even believe this is happening yet again either. She cries and says, he is my big brother. I don't want to see him go. But then, could it be out in the distance?
I can't help it, I'm sorry.
You okay? Yeah, I'm all right.
James is back and I'm so happy.
That was one goofy run from Amanda, and I love it. Their tribe loses immunity again. Wow, they really can't catch a break. Back at camp, the debate is between James and Tom. James because he is hurt bad, and Tom because he isn't in their alliance. So they all vote at tribal, and...
First vote. Tom. James. Tom. 2 votes, Tom. James. That's 2 votes, Tom. 2 votes, James. Tom. 5th person voted out of Survivor, Heroes versus Villains. Tom. That's 4. That's enough. Tom. The tribe has spoken.
Episode 6 and the heroes are in a bad spot, down 9-6, and James is injured, so in reality it feels more like a 9-5 deficit that they have to make up. Amanda says she wants Candace gone for even targeting James. I mean, anyone targeting James right now feels fair. Look at his leg. James does grab a banana on the way to the challenge, which as it turns out, at the challenge, Jeff says both tribes are going to tribal no matter what. Brilliant. The heroes really cannot catch a break. Boston Rob and Candace win individual immunity apiece, and James grabs a banana on his way back from the challenge, and Colby says, hey everyone, no sweat, just vote me off. No need to scramble, I'm good. This is not reverse psychology, by the way. Colby really is just like surrendering. Interesting, but it won't be that easy to get voted off Colby as the heroes debate between him and James for who should go. That's right, Colby's literally giving up and saying vote me off, and they're like, yeah, but like, what if we voted off James instead? James grabs yet another banana, and this is when Amanda talks to him.
And you can't steal any more bananas when we come to camp. Just
10 or more bananas.
You're taking bananas when we come into camp.
Everybody eats bananas.
Babe,
what that mean?
You take 3 of them.
Yeah.
Pissing people off. I'm just telling you what's going on.
Everybody eats bananas.
Yeah,
It's
but
so...
when you get a banana, you get one for everyone else. It's like an etiquette.
Really?
Yes.
It told me today that there's such a thing as a banana etiquette.
Banana etiquette.
If you go get a banana, you have to ask every person who's in your vicinity if they would like a banana, which is great. But in my world, if your ass is hungry, you go get a banana.
I'm with James. If you want a banana, grab a banana. Why do you then need to offer everyone else one if you grab one? That sounds dumb. And so they all vote. And
James, job spoken.
Yes, sir.
this is it. This is the turning point. I mean, the heroes don't have a choice. They're down to 5 members and they cannot afford to lose one more. Amanda herself has now lost both Suri and James. So they do win reward and this reignites their fire as they say, we can do this. We can pull off an upset. We could be a strong 5 going into the merge. But plot twist, they get a clue that says there is another idol hidden in their camp. Amanda and JT pull off the much needed immunity win, thankfully. And in episode 8, Amanda suspects something is up with JT.
Where's everyone disappearing to?
Oh man. Oh, that's it. I just found it.
Did you just find it now?
Let's get out of here. Found it.
You found
I just found it. I walked up, picked up my long walk. Yeah. 5 minutes.
Can I see it?
Yeah. The first one of us that needs this after the merge, we use it.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yep. And we take them down with it.
Nice work, brother.
JT found the hidden immunity idol, which is not so great in my book because JT is the slimiest guy out here. He's running the tribe. He's got a little best friend interest with everybody. In every vote, he's been the one that's going back and forth, and everybody's coming to him trying to figure out which way is JT gonna go. And nobody calls him out. It would be in Amanda's best interest to work with me to get rid of him and the idol, or get rid of the idol. Either way, JT's dangerous.
Oh yeah, JT was definitely keeping that secret if no one caught him. Like, let's be straight. We then go to the reward challenge where the villains tribe has brought their camp supplies with them. Strange, nothing indicated a merge was happening. And Jeff says, yeah, you're not merging, you dummies. But in bigger news, only men have been voted off of the villains tribe so far. And the fear that Parvati has formed yet another Black Widow brigade on their tribe is rising. The heroes are worried. Amanda then wins them reward and she says, we have momentum, which she loves. But again, she doesn't want to get cocky. They win another much needed immunity. I mean, this is great. And in episode 9, they see Coach is gone, leaving Russell as the only man on the villains tribe. No one here knows Russell, by the way, since his season just finished filming weeks prior to this one and has not aired on TV. But during the reward challenge, Jeff mentioned something quite interesting.
We have a little bit of a celebration to note. Today marks the 100th day that Amanda has played Survivor. First person to get to 100 days.
You go, girl.
Wow, I mean, that's an accomplishment because Amanda was the first player to ever make it to the end twice, which is a big reason why she even reached 100 days first, so good for her. Unfortunately though, Amanda does lose to Courtney during this challenge and their tribe loses reward as a result. Back at camp, JT says, I bet everything. The merge is coming soon. If we can win immunity, I think I should give Russell my idol to knock out Parvati. A ballsy move, especially since no one even knows Russell at all. Amanda tells us in confessional that this is a crazy plan, which is correct. Like, sure, JT could be right, and it would be a home run if JT's right, but they know nothing about the dynamics of the villains tribe. Russell could be working with the women.
I got a plan. Uh-oh, JT got a plan. Russell knows he's going next. I give him a hidden immunity idol. He votes out Parvati. Bam. Parvati's gone.
Then just pick the girls off.
Pick them off like sitting ducks and vote Russell's ass out 6th. You writing your letter to Russell, buddy? Yeah. Russell, this is a huge turning point in this game. Just by competing against you and the few handshakes we've had, I feel like I can trust you. We will most likely merge at 10 people, and then you will be completely safe with us. Our 5 plus you will remain strong till the girls are done with.
This is your chance to show you're not a villain.
I'll put that at the end right here.
Good.
I think it's really crazy to give Russell the idol. You don't know what's going on over there. He could be in with the girls for all we know.
A good point that she has never shown to say out loud to anyone else, just to us, which you think she would want to vocalize for multiple reasons. One, because why would the heroes want to give up their idol? And two, to save Parvati. But even if she wanted Parvati gone, I think that this is a dumb move. Like, you can get Parvati out anytime. JT then writes Russell a letter explaining how to play the idol, because Russell might not know how to play idols because no one watched his last season, so Russell might be an idiot with idols. We just don't know. We just don't know Russell. And the fact that he should target Parvati, that's what JT wants him to do. So when the heroes pull off their immunity win, he hands the idol to Russell, and wow, I really cannot believe this is happening. I mean, this seems like this is surreal. We enter episode 10 with a 5-5 tie between the tribes, which matters because the villains, sure enough, as JT predicted, are coming to their camp to merge. And as it turns out, Russell did survive tribal, but Parvati isn't gone. Courtney is. So all of Amanda's potential allies are gone except for Parvati. Everyone mingles, and right away Parvati feels left out and says, I think these heroes want me gone. So Amanda and Parvati finally get to talk, and
Everyone's still freaked out about you and me? Yeah. They're trying to vote me out. Yeah, they want you gone. Like, that's why I don't know what to do, because it's weird, Parvati, like, I have no power over here.
Amanda and I got a chance to talk for the first time since the merge, and I think I got probably half her story. So I haven't decided the best plan yet. Because with her, I don't know if she's telling me the truth or not. I have an idol.
You have another one?
Yeah. Love it. Loving it.
I had a conversation with Parvati. I didn't tell her everything, but I told her enough to get her to trust me, and she told me that she had the idol. And I like Parvati and everything, but if she makes it to the end of this game, she's gonna win again.
Should we do a secret handshake?
Yeah.
Blow it up.
well, I guess they're not gonna be working together. It's kind of a shame. I mean, they ran Micronesia together, so I was kind of hoping they would work together again. They were a dynamic duo, but now they're at odds, seemingly. It is good to know that Parvati has the villain's idol. Keep that in her back pocket. Rupert then talks to the heroes and says, hey, Sandra talked to me and told me that Russell's working with the women and running the show, aka what Amanda feared. Sandra is the one on the outs, not Russell. JT responds with, that is crazy talk. You cannot trust Sandra. She's a villain for a reason. JT, I have to ask, how can you trust Russell then? He's a villain too, and you don't know him. We then see Parvati let Danielle win immunity, and back at camp, Amanda and Parvati talk yet again.
I want to play with you, but I don't see how we're going to play together.
I just want to make sure it's not me that goes.
Well, you better play that thing. Just in case.
Really?
Just play it.
I knew that Amanda was lying to me when she told me that they were voting for me. Like, I know you're trying to get rid of me, but I'll just play along with you right now. It's like, thanks for looking out for me, buddy.
My head hurts.
Big mistake, I mean massive. Let me catch you up on why. You see, when JT gave Russell the idol, Russell showed Parvati the note that said JT wanted her gone, and then he gave her the idol. Parvati has two idols, and Russell is clearly not voting with the heroes. Amanda telling Parvati this means Parvati now knows she isn't really being targeted. She also knows Danielle can't go because she has the necklace, and the heroes aren't going to target Russell because they think that he is voting with them. So at Tribal Council, they all go to vote, and
You know what, Jeff? Sandra, that's for you.
Get out of here, for real?
Jerry, that one's for you too.
Damn it. Thanks, Jerry. Sandra, these are both hidden immunity idols. Any votes cast for Sandra or Jerry will not count. Jerry does 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 not count. JT, that's 2 votes, JT. 11th person voted out and the 3rd member of our jury. JT, Travis spoken.
I feel like a total idiot right now. This is probably one of the biggest moves in Survivor history, and it did not go in my favor.
well, that sucked. And it is hard for me not to blame Amanda somewhat for that move Parvati made. Don't get me wrong, JT screwed up giving Russell the idol, that's even bigger, duh. But Amanda ruined the potential tie vote they had when she told Parvati to play the idol on herself, and now the heroes are in a rough spot. Rupert says, I think we can still get Sandra on our side. With her, we would be up 5-4. just as long as we vote out Russell because that's who she wants gone. I mean, it sounds like a plan. It's not like Russell's on their side anyways. At the reward challenge, everyone is split up into teams of 3, and who would have thunk? Amanda, Danielle, who she beat in that fight earlier, and Colby win. So with that, they go to a luxurious house to spend the night and watch Treasure Island.
Popcorn's good, huh?
Yeah, it's really good. I found the clue in the bowl of popcorn. I am freaking out. This is like so much power right now. This could be $1 million. Are
you hiding under the bed?
Amanda, I'll seriously grab it out of your hand.
Will you just relax for a second?
Then give it back to me. What are you doing? You're a psychopath.
Yes, it is.
I found it. You're psychotic. Colby, are you serious what she just did?
I didn't even see what happened. I was watching Treasure Island.
I'm like shaking
It's
right
your
now.
clue, Danielle. It's your clue. You found it.
I ended up giving the clue back and gave it to Danielle like an idiot. And then Colby wasn't backing me up, and I was just like, oh my god. I was just like, are you kidding me?
I think we can say Danielle won that fight. Colby claiming to know nothing though, that's next level Survivor play. We should all be taking notes. Danielle got the note fair and square, and I don't believe production would have ever let Amanda steal it. Her best bet was probably, and this is all 2020 hindsight, was to have Danielle read it out loud, like socially pressuring her into doing so. Either way, there's an idol back at camp and everyone knows it. Speaking of which, back at camp, Danielle paints Amanda as crazy for attacking her. But we don't see the heroes looking for an idol. Not that they don't look, we just don't see it. Instead, they're working on convincing Sandra to flip, who seems to be all ears. Jerry then wins immunity and Russell says, I want Amanda out next because, in my mind, she is Boston Rob in a girl's body. As someone who's made over 10 videos about Boston Rob and his gameplay, no, Amanda is not Boston Rob in a girl's body, not even close. But here's the thing on flipping Sandra, she really is willing to do it, like she's not blowing smoke. But unfortunately, another plot twist, are you ready? Candace has entered her Judas stage and is flipping on the heroes to Russell. No joke. Candace is not thinking long-term whatsoever. She must not trust Sandra to flip. So they all voted tribal and...
Hope I'm doing the right thing and playing it for myself this time.
First vote, Amanda. Parvati. Amanda. 2 votes, Amanda. Parvati. We're tied. 2 votes, Amanda. 2 votes, Parvati. Parvati. Amanda. Amanda. That's 4 votes, Amanda. 12th person voted out and the 4th member of our jury. Amanda. Amanda, the tribe has spoken.
Everything would have worked out brilliantly tonight, except the fact that Sandra and I think Candace wanted me gone. So that's all I can do.
But hold up, before we move on and wrap things up, it would be silly of me to not mention that while on Ponderosa, Coach, JT, and Courtney created a band called The Dragons. In fact, they made a music video which features Amanda in it. Here we go.
Such a rush, I think I'm blind.
So what do you think about Amanda Kimmel? Do you want to see her play again? Would she actually improve if she got one more shot on Survivor this many years later? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks for liking and subscribing. I'll see you all next time.